Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again. I want to warn you, America. You're set up for a big screwing. Have you noticed how many Republicans are coming together saying they want to serve you? Why do you think so many Republicans are coming together? Is it that the problem is so simple, the solutions to the problems, that they know them and they are just running forth? Or is it the other way around? Usually they use that as why they're running. But in the end, the people usually end up being the losers. Now, I wonder what makes you, if you do, think that this time would be any different than any time in the past. I'm talking to the Republicans and to the conservatives at this point, if they've dared to listen to this particular program. I'm asking, what is it that would make you think that it would be any different this time than times past? So many Republican candidates wants to serve America. And for those of you who happen to be Democrats who are listening, what do you think that the Democrats have to offer you any different than what you have received in the past? And I want to ask you, all of you who are listening, is any of that good enough for you? Can you settle for that? Well, I tell you what, we got a whole lot of Republicans who are convinced that you are stoned out of your mind. They are convinced that they can come in there and tell you any old thing. They have no programs. They have nothing that they can offer you that's different than J.W. Bush or George Herbert Bush. They have nothing different than Ronald Reagan. They have nothing different that can do any. Now, what I'm basically saying, when I say they have nothing different, I'm saying that the benefit to you, the people, is no different. Sure, they might come here with different programs. They might even have some of the same programs with different names. But the outcome of that game will be that there will be those who will benefit, those who will benefit a lot less, those who will barely benefit, and those who will be hurt by it. And I'm asking you today, when the storms are coming, the storms that some people say God is causing, others are saying that nature is causing, and still others are saying that man and his tampering with the weather is causing it. But it doesn't matter who's causing it. The result is houses that are floating down Main Street, trucks, 18-wheelers and trains that's floating down the main boulevard. Why? Because something is out of control. And we must do whatever we can to prepare ourselves to deal with all of these things. And that means drawing all of us, the people, in together to do something that has never been tried before. And what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody in the world to know that I'm saying it to you as well. Because here, what is good for the gander is also good for the goose. What is good for America is fantastic for you. But I'm not asking you to duplicate what we're doing. All I'm asking everybody to do is to try something different, something new, something that's destined to provide for us peace. Something that says that in order for that to happen, we must have justice in the land. That everywhere we move, justice must be allocated. And that way we can maintain peace. We must be prosperous in our lives. And that means giving everybody an opportunity to exercise their gifts and their talents in the careers of their choosing, that they might contribute in the process of creating the goods and services that we, the people, have determined are essential and necessary in our lives. We, the people, guaranteed because of the gifts and talents that we have to be involved, to create, to participate, to be a part of the manifestation of the things on earth, making us part owners. Part owners. Part owners, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we are part owners of the things that exist, we can have our homes built and have them as we desire. They can be, my friends, furnished like we desire. Why? Because we are part owners in everything. Transportation as we see fit. We're part owners in the businesses and stuff because it is us. It is our dream. It is our lifeblood that we excel in expressing our God who made us to be who we are and to share that love with one another, knowing that it is multiplied 5 billion times or more. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be deceived by these candidates talking about they got something to offer you. They've got nothing to offer you, Republican or Democrat. But let me tell you, what I'm telling you about is a divine plan. And in it, you play a major role. You determine whether it will be successful or fail. In this one, you won't be able to point your finger at the Republican candidate. You won't be able to point your finger at a Republican Congress and a Republican president. You won't be able to point your finger at a Democratic Congress, a Democratic president. The only one you can point your finger at if this fails is you. Because in order for this to be successful, you must be willing to participate in your career. You must be willing to represent that the peace, the people, if we don't understand them today as being our sisters and brothers, they are important. And what they are important, what they are important about is important to us. It is important to the big picture. And so when we sit and we think about policies, we think about how it's going to affect everyone. Even those who lobby against life itself. Even those who sent our jobs overseas and left us barren. Even those who want to open borders and allow those to come in who are hurting so bad that they'll work for a little or nothing, just so those who are issuing out the jobs can keep it from those who want minimum wage. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the day that we're living in. But I want you to know one thing. We can't blame God for this, nor can we blame the devil. One thing I can say to you is we can't even blame ourselves, because the truth be known, we have not known any better. Now there have been those who have come knowing better and have stood to tell us better, but we allowed them to be murdered and gone to the paradise that only they deserve to go to, and yet left us here in this begotten hell. Those of you who are of the middle class, you know they've turned their backs on you. Next thing you know, you will be right down at the bottom if you're not already there. And I bet you they will want you to turn around and get mad with those who hurt more than you rather than get mad at them who put you there. But we're going to outsmart them this time. We're going to try a different plan. We're not going to try the Republican plan. We're not going to try the Democratic plan, the Libertarian plan. We're not going to try any other plan except the plan which I say is yours. Now I think I can call this your plan. Let me tell you why I think I can call this your plan. Because everything that this plan advocates, you want it. You want the housing. You want the food, the clothing. You want the education, the health care. You want the jobs. You want the peace that you can be able to communicate with your family, with your classmates, with people across the world, not just on the phone or internet, but in travel, whether on the plane or train. Ladies and gentlemen, you want all of these things. Every last one of you want them. There might be some of you who don't want these exact things, but you got your own specialties. Every last one of you. But the key to God's plan is, as you would want your plan to be real, you must also be in agreement and a willingness that everybody else's plan can be real. You must be willing and in agreement that you will work this plan out so that everybody's plan can be real. No fighting, no killing, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, but working transparently. Now, if you don't want that, then you deserve everything you get. Bye-bye.